Today is the lecture 3 of Basic Electronics of part 3 of Operational Amplifier, that is OP-Amp.
Welcome back to the channel of our class live. So today, as I told that in the part 3 of the OP-Amp, that is an operational amplifier, we will do the block diagram. Why we need to do the block diagram? Basically, anything whenever we also know its input. What is its internal functions, right? The same thing, the block diagram is the internal function of the op-amp. Okay, we know that our operational amplifier has two things, that is a non-inverting terminal as an input and an inverting terminal as an input, right? Inverting means it is the minus sign and the non-inverting means is the plus sign, that is the positive sign. Okay, let's begin with the first block diagram stage, that is the input stage. See, in this stage basically it will have dual input, meaning that it will have two input, that is one it will have the positive input, that is the non-inverting input, and one it will have the inverting input, that is the negative input. Okay, and in this stage the voltage will increase. Okay, the voltage will increase and it will have two output. As it has a two input, it will also give us the two output. Let's now see the input stage. This stage is a dual input balanced output, means see that it has two input and it's giving us two output, so it is balanced. Whatever it's coming as an input, it's going out as the same output. Okay, for the next input of the next stage. Okay, this stage provides most of the voltage gain of the amplifier. I told that it will increase the voltage, right? It will gain the voltage, and we know that it works as a differential amplifier. Differential amplifier means difference of this inputs and it will amplify this difference. Okay, and it will nullify, it will cancel that common part of this two input. Okay, and also establish the input resistance of an op-amp. Okay, basically it states that it will provide us voltage gain of the amplifier, and also it will have an give us a arising internal resistance that we denote as Ri in this section, that is the input stage. Now let's move on to our next stage, that the intermediate stage, and this is the second stage of our op-amp's block diagram, right? See, basically both these two stage is a differential amplifier, but one difference is that in this intermediate stage it will have dual input, but it will have one output, that is it will have an unbalanced output, because it is giving us two input, but in the output it is only one, right? Now let's see, the intermediate stage of an op-amp is another differential amplifier. I told you that both these two is the differential amplifiers, right? Which is driven by the output of the first stage. That means this two output of the input stage is the input of this intermediate stage, right? This is usually dual input unbalanced output. As I told, this is a dual input and an unbalanced output. Okay, I hope you understand all this. So now let's move on to our level shifting circuit. Okay, before moving to our level shifting circuit, the major thing we should know that this intermediate stage nullify the error voltage. Error voltage means whatever here in the input stage the voltage have an error, it will cancel out that error voltage and then it will give its output in the level shifting circuit. Okay, I hope you all understood till this. Now let's move on to a third stage, that level shifting circuit. Okay, because direct coupling is used, the DC voltage level at the output of the intermediate stage is well above ground. Basically, this line states that it will suppress the DC voltage to 0. that is a direct current, that is a DC current, DC voltage level to 0, and it will increase the AC part. Okay. Therefore, level shifting circuit is used to shift the DC level at the output downward to 0. What I told, that only saying. In this, it will shift the level of the DC to 0 and it will allow AC to flow. Okay. And it has a input as 1 input and output also as a 1. So now let's move on to our output stage and the most important and the large part of a block diagram of what? Yes, a PAM. Output stage. The output stage is generally a push-pull complementary amplifier. Okay, the output stage increases the output voltage swing and raise the current supplying capability of the op-amp. It also provides low output resistance. Low output resistance basically means it will have low output impedance. Okay, see, our output stage have one input, right? In this, it will have a push-pull. So in first stage, it will have this one wave, and in the second push-pull part, it will have the second wave. Okay, so in this stage, it will increase the voltage of the output swing and raises the current, and it will raise the current of the op-amp. So this is the fourth stage, and basically these four stages are the basic stages and the internal work of the op-amp, and at last we will get our output to our terminals of the input. So let's stop our discussion here and we will move on to a part 4 of op-amp in the next lecture. Till then, be happy and good luck.
Now is the code time. Success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. I hope all of you understood today's lecture and thank you for watching.
Wow, that's impressive! You have completed a magic today. For more videos, subscribe. Join our Facebook group and Instagram page for group discussion and live Magus videos for exam preparation in an hour. We start at Classfly community for students to learn from a friend in a simple way and support them in their own languages. If you are willing to be that one friend who saves us at the exam night preparation, then please join us by visiting classfly.in.